Who I have and what's your dilemma?
Hi, my name is Joey.
Hey Joey, how you doing?
I'm all right. My dilemma is I found out my kid wasn't mine after 10 years.
Hmm. How long have you been married?
We've been married 15 years.
And this is your only child?
This is our only child.
10 years old. You just
hmm
found out. So I have to ask, how after 10 years did you just find out that it wasn't your child?
I was oblivious to the fact that apparently she had a one night stand or she cheated on me or had an affair or something. I don't know, but he had a medical test and he had some medical issues. I was going to go, anyway, through the blood work, it was revealed that,
Let's finish that thought. You were going to go
yes,
for the medical test, and you did or
I,
you didn't
I did go
because.
through with the medical testing, but through that, I
Okay.
found out my child is not my child biologically. I mean, he's always going to be mine because I've been
And when
raising
you.
him for 10 years, but
And that's the most relevant thing you've said so far. So he is your child. But the situation being as it is, what did your wife say when you talked to her about this?
um, she's saying that the test is wrong. She's denying everything.
Oh, the test is wrong. Do you have your suspicions if you think back to that time frame, what was going on between the two of you, who was in your life, her life? Um,
I always, I've been racking my brain and trying to figure this out just that way, but I don't know. And I can't figure out. I mean, you can't dispute medical testing for stuff like this. So at some point, she had to have cheated.
what's her behavior been like since you've brought this up to her? How long's it been? And just describe to me what's been going on since then between the
Been
two of you.
very, it's been a couple of about 5 months since I figured this out. My kiddo's getting better. All the things. And then she has been
That's great.
very distant. She's been just closed off. We don't speak a lot. We don't have date nights anymore. She doesn't. It just doesn't feel like who she is right now. And I don't know if I should stay. We work this out.
Well, that's how she's behaving. How are you behaving towards her?
Probably a lot the same way because I don't. I ask her frequently if we can discuss things and talk, and she refuses. So then that pushes me away, and so I get angry and resentful.
Let me ask you a question. If the roles were reversed and there was a test that came up that somehow that showed that you had cheated on her and she finds out, what would your behavior look like? If you truly loved her and you know what, you screwed up and you just got caught, how would you treat that person?
Um, I would be very apologetic and remorseful.
Right. And let's just say you took the stance of it didn't happen. I don't understand why the test said that. How would you behave at that point as well?
I would offer to get a further DNA test, I guess.
Sure. You'd want her to know that you
Yeah.
didn't cheat, right? Like, you'd understand where she's coming from, even though it's crazy to you because you didn't do it. But in light of everything you've said, it doesn't sound like that's going on.
No, it's not.
Sounds like she's checked out of your
Yeah,
marriage.
it kind of feels like she has.
Yeah. So your son's 10. What are
hmm
your options going forward?
My options are to stay, work this out with my wife if she chooses to,
Hmm.
and continue with things as they have been and be his dad and all the things, or we get a divorce and I'm still his dad either way. That part doesn't really matter to me,
Hmm.
but that's what I'm wrestling with.
Or you stay for the sake of your son, because it is your son, And when he's 18, you can do what you need to do for yourself. But if the two of you can coexist and get along to a point, I speak from experience, it's better for the child than having two separate households. You're going to wonder who she has around the kid. She's going to wonder who you have around. At least this way you have all eyes on the situation. So that's your third option. And I can't tell you what to do. You're going to have to think them through and decide what to do. But you can't fix something unless both people want to fix it, or the person that broke it. And in this case, maybe it's both of you. But unless both people want to fix it, there's nothing to fix, right? You can't fix it on your own. So if she kind of holds strong where she's at, there's really not much you can do. But then at that point, I'd maybe look at my option 3, coexist with her, deal with it, be there for your son, because it is your son. Don't bail on him. He knows you as his dad. He doesn't care who was there when he was conceived. So he cares who's there right now with him, and that's you and who's been there for 10 years. So
right.
Don't do that to your son.
Okay. I would give it some thought, but it was nice to chew on this with the person who wasn't involved. So thank you.
Happy to chew with you.